Well, I've gone and done it. I've caught and killed my own haggis. I'm very excited. I actually made this myself. I didn't make the haggis, I bought it. Everyone recommended MacSween's when I came here, and they failed to mention MacSween's is something you have to buy and prepare yourself. I thought it was a restaurant. It's not. So I had to serve it with tatties, potatoes, and neeps, which are mashed turnips, and here is the haggis. I was expecting the skin to be edible. It wasn't. It was just something that you cook in the casing. But opening it up, first of all, I mean, it smells fantastic, and it looks like a blood sausage that I've had before from a Chinese restaurant, so nothing that's frightening or even unusual looking for the type of food that I eat. I'm seeing a lot of barley, so I'm expecting it to be pretty chewy, but let's go ahead and give it a go. It's pretty hot, so. It is surprisingly creamy. Entirely pleasant and surprisingly creamy. I say surprisingly because there's no sauce or anything that I see here. It's very, very moist, and just really lovely. A lot of pepper flavors, and there's a lot of different textures going on with some pieces of the internal organs and meats, the juiciness from some of the fats that were in there as well. And there's oats, and it looks like barley is in here as well, and that's adding a nice texture profile to this. It's really fantastic. I was reading up about it on their website, and they said that one of the myths about haggis is that it's Scottish. And in fact, pretty much every culture had something similar to this, where they would kill an animal, and the pieces that were really difficult to preserve, which would be like the internal organs, those were all cooked together and mixed with a bunch of different kinds of herbs and grains, and everyone would enjoy it and have a big festival-y time, or so they like to think. And so I can see making this at home quite easily, just by using some of the spices that they have available. So before I leave, I'll make sure to grab some spices, because I don't think I can actually purchase any of those in Korea. But I'm really glad that I tried haggis. I expected to like it because of the types of foods that I do eat, but I didn't expect it to be very creamy, and just that flavor is so different from anything else that I've ever had. So I really, really, really enjoy this, and I hope that if you guys have the chance to go to Scotland, or just to make it yourself, that you give it a shot. If you live in a country where you don't really consume internal organs that often, they should be very, very, very cheap to purchase from your local butcher. And that way you can make your own and have a good time and do it on the cheap. So anyway, as always, thanks for listening.